Hello, 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 friends. Nicholas here with DIVOted Talks, DIVOted Talks. And boy, I've been having a lot of fun generating stuff with AI. I've been having a really good time with that. It's been really, really good to just be creative for the sake of being creative and then seeing where the imagination can lead. And, as somebody who played pretend, quote unquote, a lot when I was a youngin', it's nice to be able to pretend, but actually create something outside of the mind. Not that I don't like reading and I don't like imagination. It's just interesting to think of something, and instead of it being this, gaseous thought, it can become this more solid or digital replication of something that I had in my head, up to and including the way you can animate videos now. I mean, it's fascinating. Well, animate images into videos now on things like Midjourney. So this is not an endorsement for Midjourney or ChatGPT or any other AI tools. It's just what I've been using. So I have been going up and down and up and down. This season change has been kicking my butt, but I have been productive and I have been doing well with the things that I am trying to get done. So I'm excited about that. But phew, it is definitely a roller coaster at times. And, just like on that roller coaster, sometimes the gravity pulls your stomach down and sometimes it whips you to the left and sometimes it whips you to the right. And sometimes it's slow right on the climb. So it's been interesting. And I'm grateful for the space to have gotten things done. I got my desk more cleaned up. I got my microphone and I got myself self-established in a way that feels more functional. Although I need people here to do that. But I am excited. I do have an event tomorrow that hopefully will bring in a lot of people. I just haven't heard. Like, even people are slack on RSVPing right now, which is crazy. And then on Saturday, I did find out that I will be able to represent at the Greensboro Pride Festival. So that's exciting. I get to set up there and promote the business and spread the love of yoga and Ayurveda and DIVO, such as it is. So what do I mean, or, what is the purpose of talking all about this? It's that life is just a bunch of different things that happen, and sometimes it's predictable and sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's exciting and sometimes it's a little bit more dull. And I might have actually been talking about this earlier today when I did my first video, but can you enjoy it for the sake of doing it? Can you just be a part of life without having to wonder, want, desire, wish, wonder, want, wish, wonder, want, wish, if it could be something else? Can it just be, this is beautiful and I love it? It's so much easier said than done, but the more you can be infused into yourself, like at a soul level, at a spiritual level, at a mind and body level, the more fruitful life is going to be. Coming up in a household that was very dramatic at times, I sometimes equate emotions and or high energy things as being more meaningful. In all the different ways. Like, something needs to be exciting to be effective, and it needs to be fun to be worth doing. And I need to feel like I did something, and I have to be drained, or I have, it takes everything to the extreme. And in that extremism, it can make these quieter times in life be anxious making. They can make life seem like, well, what's going to happen next? Because something always happens, or I'm trying to anticipate or create something. Sometimes we're subconsciously creating these things to make shoes drop. Let's try that one on for size. And that is not uncommon from very dramatic and trauma-ridden upbringings, right? And, there is the thing these days that they talk about, which is, complex trauma. And I do believe Ayurveda acknowledged this. Like, it acknowledged that in our developmental years that these things are ingrained in us, and that from that set point, that new Vikruti, the dissonance between the Vikruti and the Pakruti start to create strain in our life. And when we're younger, our bodies are adaptable and they're more pliable. So are our minds and spirits. And so they can move more fully and freely in spite of these dissonances, depletions, and disregard. I don't know. I was trying to come up with an alliteration. Shout out to my alliterative friends. I have a friend who made a whole final project song called Alliteration. 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 It's so catchy. I still remember it. Shout out to Emmeline Taylor. Anyway, what to do with all of this? I'm still exploring, right? Because I'm so close to the matter. It's hard for me sometimes to see the forest for the trees. Like, I know that I probably shouldn't be anxious when things are going well, but I am. And so how do I work through this? You know, I've been in different programs that talk about self-soothing and reparenting and doing things of that nature to help reframe everything, or reframing as a tool to shift your understanding of it. But why does life have to feel so like sometimes like such a put on, right? Like, why do I have to do that? And it's also like, well, why do you have to put one foot in front of the other to walk? Well, I mean, you could walk backwards, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to brush our teeth? You know, there's reasons for these things. And if we are constantly trying to escape the things that we don't think it should be, we can't enjoy the things for what they are, or the gift that they are, or what they are meant to do for us in the first place. It sounds beautiful, but in practice, it's messy, at least for me, I can say for sure, without a doubt. Oh, that all being said, you know, svādhyāya is a part of yoga. It is one of the first two steps of yoga that are each broken down into parts. And what it is meant to do is self-study. It's this learning process that through integration of some knowledge and then applying it, that we come to understand more about the universe, about life, about God, about all things. And so a good svādhyāya practice isn't just reading. It is reading with the intent to look at the world through that lens, to understand ourselves and the way we do things better. So, my friends, if you are noticing that you're having a lot of up and down, you get anxious when things are too easy, or you're just spun up because things don't look the way you thought they should look, I get it. I get it. Take a deep breath. Take that next step. And if you don't know what the next step is, meditate about it, pray about it, do something that might make it reveal itself to you. Sometimes I like to go into the yoga room and practice setting the intention and then not thinking about it again until either afterwards or later in the day. And usually what I can do is I can set the intention, and then through the movement of the yoga and the unclogging of the channels of all levels, mind, body, and spirit, it allows what I was holding at bay to be revealed and or to show up. Sometimes it comes in a dream, right? Or sometimes I hear other people talk and I see them and I'm like, oh, that's the answer, right? So being open to answers coming in ways that are unpredictable or unusual. All right, my friends, be well, be free.